Ice cream!
Oh.
I'm a tired.
So as Peter was talking to me, I was trying to get this photo uploaded of items found, and for some reason I wrote boat.
We have a boat now.
Yeah,
We do have a boat
I added a
now.
little. I like a little. Yeah, I added a little.
We've been
little
gifted a
We
boat.
got the big boat, and
I'll
I
do the
bought a
recap,
small boat.
guys,
Yeah.
Oh,
don't
it's sent to the
worry.
wrong chat.
Oh yeah, and a little boat.
Oh yeah,
Do the recap,
that's
all
our.
good.
That's
Yeah.
not a
I
D&D
thought we got a
chat.
baby boat.
I know. It's like, this is why it's like trying to do
I
two
mean-
things at once, man.
Boat related.
Related.
This music is so upbeat.
There we go.
Turn the Nero down.
Boat. Hello, I am Boat.
Okay, are we doing
Okay.
a recap?
Yeah,
Yes,
I think we
please.
should. I mean, it'll be nice and short and sweet.
Yeah.
So, last session, you basically arrived back. No, you'd learned how to do your boat, so you'd kind of arrived back in Saltmarsh. And Clement basically had been taken to the town council, whilst you were left with the town guard to unload the boat, the Sea Ghost. So when Clement went to see the council, you were awarded your money, but you had a bit of a discount due to Himbo's drinking. So you each got, I believe it was 150 gold pieces, and then the 500 split between you for the goods that you did return. So you were offered the boat, so you now have the Sea Ghost, and it's going to take the council about a week to get some 8 crew to basically man that for you. And they sort of questioned Clement on, was there anything else? Did you see anyone else on the boat? Was there any kind of documents that hinted at people being in Saltmarsh? And there was the very interesting letters that Clement found and shared with the council. They were also quite disturbed by the graphic detail. But they kind of tasked you whilst you're waiting for your boat and the kind of next stages of the adventure after they've interrogated the bosun. You kind of need to find out basically who it is that has the letter referencing Saltmarsh and who it is that was helping the Captain Snake Eyes. And then basically, sorry, I'm just looking at Georgie's message. And then, you basically came back whilst you were doing that. You were kind of basically faffing about a bit whilst the town guard waited. Gerald ended up taking the town guard down to the bottom of the ship. The town guard had a bit of friction with Himbo, at which point Himbo got pushed into the water. And Oceanus, using his mighty tuna friends, basically pushed Himbo out of the water into safety. And Airless managed to kind of get communicating with the lizard folk that are on board, the 3 of them, to hide, and it worked because Elrin didn't spot them at all. And they'll probably find you. They said that they will hide, so they may be in the same room when you get back. You don't know. And then Gimbal kind of came out of his trip and kind of got full points back to his guiding bolt spell, which is great. And you all kind of had an explore in town, going to the shops, buying some things. So I believe, Clement used you bought the boat, which you didn't buy. Airless bought some ink, quill, and a parchment. You went to Gallen's general store, Mara's maps and more, and I think, Clement bought a map of North Saltmarsh. And then you, Himbo went to the Dwarven Anvil, got his glaive sharpened, and I believe Elrin and Gimbal went to the Curiosities and Oddities and kind of realised that they weren't very curious or very odd. And then that's it. That's where we've left you. You're kind of exploring Saltmarsh. You have this task that you've been given to do as well with the letters. It's basically a downtime with a little side quest. So the letters are kind of the key side quest here for you to do before you hear back from the town council.
And obviously you have the week before you hear back from the town council to get anything done that you want to get done. If you can think of anything, feel free to speak up. But your quest is, as DM Ginger said, is to find the connection from the smuggling ring to Saltmarsh.
Sweet.
And then
I will
think
share my screen.
we were gonna do inspiration. So those who had it last week, who were Airless and someone
Gimbal.
else. Gimbal. You still have it this week. There is an additional D6 to any activity, ability check. And this week we are giving it to Clement and Himbo.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, we just felt, it was great town counselling, great being pushed into the sea from you. So
Protect the boat at all costs.
I'm not saying it was stressful going to the town council, but there were buckets being sweated over here.
yeah, so that's the kind of recap.
Sorry, I'm trying to find my bag.
Yeah, there's some rustling. I don't know who from. But yeah, so you basically I've shared where you guys are on the map, but obviously you can move together. So yeah, over to you. You've got your task, you've got the other places to go to.
Oh, Alice. Should we maybe pop to one of the taverns? What do you think?
Yes, of course. Yes, absolutely. I'm
I do-
looking for food.
Yeah. Where is my eyes? Hold on. 2 seconds.
I refuse to believe that everyone in this town eats hardtack.
Yeah, I can't make this bigger. 2 seconds. I'm trying to zoom into the map. Where are we nearest? We could go to the snapping line, which seems to be rather close to us.
Is that Hannah? Was that where Hannah is?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where we
Hannah
started.
runs the line. That's where you guys all stayed for your week
Yeah.
that the festival was in town.
Yeah. I think Elrin had said to us there was like 2 other pubs in the area. Something about the empty net, and maybe something about wicking goat or wicker. I don't know. Something about a goat.
I don't know why a goat would be made out of liquor. Should we? Do you think someone should tell Hannah? Because and actually, I don't remember if I know about that letter. Do I know about that letter?
Yeah, I did say to people about the letter. And...
Okay. Do you think we should let her know that he won't be writing back?
Maybe, but we don't know if it's Hannah or not. Could be anybody. But,
Did it not say her full name?
From what I remember, it was something a little bit more. We'll go with saucy. Yeah, we'll go with saucy.
I believe all the letters ended in something along the lines of Mrs. Sigurd Snakeeye or Your True Love. Those
Yeah.
kinds of things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, we could go to whilst you're looking for food, we could look at the snapping line, and then Hannah maybe could ask her what the other pubs are like and who the landlady is, or gentlemen or things are.
No, I'm happy to follow your lead.
Should we collect the others on the way?
Probably a good idea. See if they want to join.
So you head off to collect the others?
Gang, we were thinking about going to the snapping line. A, let's get food. B, maybe try and find out who sent the very saucy letters to our very good captain, who's now definitely 6 feet below in the sea.
It's probably lower than 6 feet.
Yeah, but somewhere 60 feet below sea line.
Yeah, we could investigate one tavern per evening kind of thing.
Sounds good.
Because if we go at a busy time, they're less likely to notice, oh, that's 7 heavily armoured people that have just come in.
Yeah, and if we start with safe ground, hopefully Hannah will be able to give us some more,
Yeah.
more
Lobster
information.
wine. Oh, information, yes.
That too. I'm sure Himbo won't. Where is Himbo?
I mean, if we need a distraction, sounds like we've got a plan already. Himbo and lobster wine. If he is here.
Yeah, no. We're looking around realising Himbo is not here.
Himbo is
He's at the anvil place, isn't he?
getting his blade.
Oh,
Yeah.
I assumed we'd all, because this collected us or something.
No.
No, we could go
If you
that
want
way.
to all be collected together, that's fine. You can all be collected.
What's the?
Oh, getting his
Guys,
blade.
I was just trying to not.
Is that a euphemism?
I just hear lobster wine and start running.
How
Coming.
on this map? How far do you think 120 feet would be? Because I could like message them. Because I think if I know the target well enough, I can message them without line of sight. 120 feet doesn't really mean anything to me because it's pretend numbers.
Not
Use a
very
proper-
far.
What? No, this is
You-
real life.
You, I think with message you also have to know the direction that they're in.
Through solid objects, if you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Yeah, so you'd need to know which. Yeah, never
I mean,
mind.
for the sake of time, you can all just gather. That's fine.
Cool.
Out of asking the lovely things in the sky, whereabouts is our boat on this map? Out of curiosity.
It'll be on the port here.
Okay.
At one of the
Oh, it's
jetties.
pretty nearby.
Yeah,
Could it-
fabulous. All right, I'll just crack on going to the snapping line. That was just me asking a question.
Yeah. To the snapping line.
Woohoo! Snap, snap,
Snap, snap.
snap,
Okay.
snap.
So you all make your way to the familiar place where you have temporarily called home, and being as it's only about 2:30 in the afternoon, it's not particularly busy. There's a couple of people sat at tables having meals. There's a family, mother, father, son and daughter sat having a nice roasted fish type of meal, and stood at the bar is a familiar, friendly face, Hannah Wrist?
Hello, you lot. Where have you guys been?
Oh, you wouldn't believe us if we told you.
Oh, trust me,
Or
I've
maybe-
heard some weird stories around here. It wouldn't surprise me.
I was going to say, then again, you do live in a fishing town, so maybe you would believe us. We've been on a boat.
A boat? Well, to be fair, I do hear a lot of people have been on boats. This is Saltmarsh, so. But I'm surprised. To be fair, I'm surprised you lot have been on a boat. You're not from here.
Yes, it's quite unusual for a halfling to go on a big boat like that. It's very exciting.
How did you find it?
It was on the water. I got hit by a rock.
Wow.
That wasn't by the sea. That was by.
No, it was by the men.
Yeah.
Let's see how the risk goes. It doesn't say anything. I'm sure you
And it
met
goes
plenty
completely
of
over my
seamen,
head.
Ellie, in your time.
Sorry?
I said, I'm sure you've met plenty of seamen in your time, Ellis.
No, this is the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's the first time.
But she has met lots of bugs.
Gonna say nothing to that.
What you got behind the
Are
bar,
you,
Hannah? Oh.
I was just... Sorry, what were you saying?
What you got behind the bar, Hannah? What's the special today?
Ah, well, it's the special. It's always a special. Clement, it's Lobster wine, our finest, as you all know.
Ooh.
Would any of you like some?
Oh, just a little bit, sir. How did you know?
Oh, I have one, yes.
Yeah, we'll take a small glass.
Yeah, go on then.
Let's.
2 silver pieces each.
Shut. Actually, it's wine, isn't
2
it?
silver pieces each. Fabulous.
Do you have any food, Hannah?
Yes, we've had the latest catches that have come in. We've got we've got some sea snake. We've got some mackerel, and I believe we managed.
Himbo saw his
which you
first
wouldn't
fish
see in
the
this
other day.
area. You wouldn't see in this area. Some tuna. We managed to get some tuna in, like a whole batch of them.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, you guys have to try tuna.
Himbo, look, more fish.
Not a fan.
Look,
Um,
you'll be a fan when it's dead and you're eating it. That is the best kind of fish. Not the one that slaps you around the face like you've experienced.
Well,
Best
I'd
kind
have
of
to try
fish
some
is no
tuna.
fish.
Do you have anything that would keep a bit longer?
I've got some hardtack. Or some. I mean, we've got some dry crackers that you could probably put some splam on. We've got some cans of splam.
Ooh, can I have some cans of splam, please?
Lamb.
Yeah, that'll be they're one copper piece each.
I will take. How many do you have?
I've got quite a few. I've got about 5 or 6 here, and there's more in my stock room.
I'll take
How many
6,
do
please.
you want? You can feed me out.
I'll take 6 splam. Do you have anything sweet as well?
Let me have a look here. And she's like rustling around under the bar and looking at her specials. Also, you're here now.
Ooh.
So let me have a look. We've got some dried berries.
Okay.
And I've got sugar. That's sweet, isn't it?
Ooh, that is sweet. Can I get some dried berries and some sugar, please?
Yeah, of course. How many grams of each?
Oh, 3, please.
Okie doke. 3 grams of each.
No, wait, 3 grams. Grams isn't a lot.
Kilograms.
Oh gosh, not kilograms. No, 300 grams of each, please.
Okay, 300 grams of each. That comes to 5 silver pieces altogether, then, please.
Okay. Is that including the splam?
Yeah, that includes the splam. Yeah.
Okay, that includes the splam. I'll take those and put them in my bag, and I would also like some tuna for now, please. These are for later snacks.
Of course, no problem. How many tuna am I getting? What's everyone getting? So I've got 1 tuna.
I'll take
Anything
a tuna.
else? Yeah, 2 tuna. Anyone for the mackerel or the sea snake?
Mackerel,
I get
please.
some- Never mind.
What was that? Sorry.
I'm thinking about scurvy, and I don't know how much of a consideration it is. But if we're at sea for some time, I'm gonna take some berries.
Okie doke. How many berries would you like?
Oh, do we have to do this?
Do you know, Kirby? Have you been on the sea before?
No. I have just read many books.
Okay.
I love
So
books.
that'll be 2. You want just want some berries?
Yeah. What kind of quantity are you looking at?
Well, I could give you 300 grams like your friend did, and that'll be 2 gold pieces, 2 silver pieces, and 2 copper
You
pieces
say gold
together.
pieces.
I
Yeah.
said silver. Yeah, 2 silver pieces and 2 copper pieces.
Cool. Thank you kindly.
Hand it over. Right, and then I've got food, 2 tuna, 1 mackerel. Anyone else having anything?
Looks like that's all. Thanks, Hannah.
Okie doke, that'll be 3 silver pieces each for those meals, so that's 9 silver pieces. Are you wanting to start a tab here? Are you looking for some rooms?
We could sleep on the boat, couldn't we? We've done that before.
Yeah. I think we're.
Okie doke, no worries then. Well, if that's everything, I'll go and start preparing it and you can take a seat. It's been lovely to
Hannah.
chat to you. If you...
Okay, can I change my mind about the hardtack?
Yeah?
Cool. How much? How much does a hardtack feed a person? What is the quantity of a hardtack?
It's just like a square of. She like lifts one out, and it is literally just a square of like compressed. It looks like cardboard.
It's a dense bit. Yeah.
Oh yes, that does look foul. I'll take 3, please.
Okie doke, 3 hardtack. That'll be I'll give that to you for 2 copper pieces. Make it 3 copper pieces. Sorry, they're a copper piece each.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you so much.
No worries. You're very good patrons here.
Hannah,
Yeah.
do you know anyone who sails on a boat?
I mean, you're in Saltmarsh, love, and this is a tavern. There's quite a few people who sail on boats here.
Oh, yeah, do you know anyone who sails on a boat?
Well, I've got many friends that sail on boats. Yeah, of course.
Well,
I live here.
what this means is she started to consider seeing someone who is on a boat, but she's never met someone who's been with someone who's been on a boat. Right, Ellis?
Right.
So she
yes.
So she's
Yes.
looking for someone who would understand her position of courting someone on a boat.
Yeah.
I
mean,
misinterpreted.
I know I've had pirates come through, fishermen, soldiers, etc., and that they live tough lives. They're coming and going. I don't quite know what you're getting at.
Oh, I just miss him terribly, and I wish for someone to commiserate with.
Do you know if anybody has had a partner who's stayed in town, but their partners?
Alice, make a deception check.
But I do miss him terribly.
Clement, you make one as well, please.
Yeah, let me just find the dice.
Why can't I find deception? It should be under D. Okay, there it is. 11.
What the fuck is that? Oh, where's my thing? 13.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Alice, to hear that. There's an echo.
There is.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I do sympathise, but but I'm not quite sure what more advice I can offer you.
Oh, you don't know anyone that I could chat to? None of the ladies come by and dream.
I mean, everyone dreams when they're asleep. Miss, I'm quite confused by your question.
Can I
honestly, yeah.
Can I see if she's like telling the truth? Like she is? Do I think she's trying to hide something?
Make an insight check.
The man who is not The brightest of social interaction is make an insight check about a social
fucking-
interaction.
It's a fucking natural 20 though, so
What the fudge? No.
Wow.
as soon as I rolled as you started to shit talk, and I rolled a natural 20. So
Try that again in future. That's brilliant.
please doubt me
Well-
more often, is what I'm saying.
So you can. Sorry, you go.
You she is you get the vibe that she is a single woman, and that she knows people who are in relationships with others on boats, but it's not really her concern. She's just a tavern keeper, and lots of people travel through her taverns.
Hey.
Wait, have we brought the
Mom.
sea elf with us?
Yeah,
Sorry, I was just looking at the map. Okay.
and he can't understand any of this conversation.
He's
Okay.
like in awe
Well-
of the place.
well-
He's like looking around, like, oh, like,
Land place.
not really paying attention. Can't understand.
Okay.
While, oh sorry.
I don't know how to
Sorry,
share this
go on.
information with the others. Because Hannah is still here, so
Yeah. So while you've been insightful, Airless has just been kind of digging herself more of a hole, trying to explain herself. What I mean is, there must be yearnings going on. You must know of yearnings or people who do the yearnings that I can chat with.
Don't worry. We'll find
Okay.
you someone. Thanks.
Hannah, I'm gonna go find a table. You'll bring our food to us, right?
Yeah, I'll be bringing it over.
Okay, and I
I'll
walk
tell the
off
chef to prepare
to
it.
a table.
Oh, okay.
The one in the top, on the left, please, is the table I walk to. I'm assuming they're like
this one.
the top one. That one, yeah, with the yellow candle thing on, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I sit down, and I stare into the middle distance.
Does anyone else want to do
Yeah,
anything?
we'll all
that's not
follow
spoken?
him. I'll follow him.
Yeah.
I would like some lobster wine.
She'll bring
Yeah.
it over.
Oh, fuck yeah, boy.
I'll bring it over for you.
Thank you, Hannah.
Well,
I'm
No
so sorry.
problem.
I lean into the other. Oh, thank you, Brownie. Not that. I lean into the other. It's a distraction. And he's a bit, well, I think.
What we going fucking spooder? One sec. Sorry, no, continue. I'm a fast spider.
Oh, really?
Brownies and spiders. We're doing well start, guys. Yeah, I think.
Only being daily for this.
I think we know for a fact that Hannah here does not
On
have
my
a partner.
just looked up.
That's it.
I'm just
And by the look of Elrin's face,
Yeah, I don't think she's got some secret lover at sea.
beautiful.
no. We might
I'm
have
like
to look at one of the other pubs.
Mm.
Which, what are the other two taverns here, Elrin?
It's the empty net and the wicker goats. Did I get those right?
So,
Well,
which one do we want to try for next?
I
That's it.
think we should get wasted here tonight to maintain cover.
Agreed. We want to keep Hannah.
Yeah, we
sweet
don't
as
want
well,
to.
don't
We don't want to
Um,
arouse suspicion.
Unless we make it a bar crawl.
Oh, that's a good idea. Along the way, I need to drop off these supplies for the lizard, for the who.
Yes.
I don't want them to go hungry.
Yeah. I guess we wait for our food and drinks to come.
Yeah.
Okay, so she comes back out after about
Meet Peter.
20.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, I've also muted him. Comes back out after about 20 minutes after about 5 minutes with a platter of lobster wine for everyone who ordered one, and places it down upon the table, and then about 15 minutes later she follows up with the 3 meals, 2 tuna and 1 mackerel. And you see Oceanus looking on in horror.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
no.
by the bar. You've left him there. He's like, what's going on, and has wandered over, but he's there.
Think about that.
He sees the fish and is just
Mhm.
appalled.
I tell him in Elvish that it's a local practice and we have to do it to not offend the locals. With
He
like
kind
us,
He kind of like nods, but you could tell he's just a bit like, what the fuck? Am
these
I
people are
doing?
monsters.
Yeah. Cool. And then Hanaris goes back behind the bar to serve other customers.
Oh,
Sorry,
and
I
you
was-
Ollie as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, can you recap that last bit, Amy? Because I could only hear background noise.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, no worries. So basically, Oceanus was appalled by the fact that you were eating tuna because his tuna friends
Oh,
helped him save Himbo.
Yeah, that.
Oh.
That's who they are. You're
Oh
eating
no, is that how they
Say
I
got the
thought that they
tuna?
would eat fish too.
That's why I said it was a surprise.
Oh no.
I didn't. That didn't click for me. Yeah.
Could we have a Procan prayer to give thanks for the food in the circle of life?
Is that
Damn
a
right we
Procan?
can. I will give the last rites for this fish.
I would like you to say that, please.
O fishy father, who art in the sea, salty be thy name, and swimming be thy game.
I chose the wrong
Please
time to take a
allow
drink.
this friendly little tuna to pass into that great big fish pond in the sky and swim out the rest of his days in peace and free from Clement's teeth. Hail Procan.
A hail Procan.
And Oceanus doesn't know what you said, but it's just like really moved because of how you said it, and because you're obviously a cleric. Like it shows that you're like practicing and blessing this fish. So he's like, a tear comes to his eye, and he says to like Elrin, he's like, "That was beautiful."
I nod but don't agree. Like out loud. It's like
I just start slicing the fish up and start eating because I'm like, I'm
And then I was
done.
just like looking at your knife, like
I
in horror.
Thankfully, I'm doing.
We'll turn Peter up on you off now.
Yeah, we muted you.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what?
You missed the best prayer.
Oh, do I unmute them now, are they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
you
back.
can meet them now.
Oh, it was a big fight. It was good though. Molly was amazing.
I got to explain
Actually,
to
the
Peter how I knew that it was
spider.
male, and that
'Cause
they
it
are
had
the
big butts and
fastest true spider.
Spider? Which is like a trucial, but for spiders, I just got.
Yeah, we used to think it was the fastest arachnid, but then we discovered that sulfugids can run faster, but they're not real spiders.
Let's move on. So we've just established that I'm cutting up a tuna. So sorry
Real.
about that.
Which Oceanus hates, obviously.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, where is
so
Oceanus?
discuss your plans.
In tears. That's where he is.
Well,
Not in a good place.
Where actually is Oceanus?
what? If we go for
Are
a
you
bar
looking at the
crawl,
map?
a pub crawl,
I don't know what. Oh, is he the little lad?
Yeah.
Okay.
guys, why don't we go for an all-out bar crawl tonight? But
Mhm.
as we do so, why don't we go around telling everyone about the new boat we've got? You know, the Sea Ghost.
We trying to get some lads.
Well, all ladies.
Right,
But
quite right. Go off, Queen.
hopefully we'll catch.
Homonormative.
Hopefully we'll catch whoever was
oh, because
Yeah,
they'll
oh,
recognise
yeah.
the name of the boat.
Yeah, and they'll like if we say, oh, we've got a brand new big boat in the harbour, like, hopefully
But-
somebody will come up to the boat, and that might be our person.
But what do they come up with ill intent? Because if we've got the boat, something's happened to their boat.
I mean, the worst thing that could happen is no, Cosmic, stop that. The worst thing that can happen is that we end up with a really angry husband come up to the boat, or wife. You never know, he could swing both ways. But, you know.
Oh yeah, so those men named Hannah.
Right?
Well, the worst thing that could happen is that they are some kind of secret murder person that you don't know. He was a pirate, right, or a smuggler.
Yeah.
You don't know what kind of company.
There are
he kept.
seven
We
of
have
us.
killed people.
Yeah, there's loads of us.
Unfortunately.
I think we can brag it. And I think if we brag it, it's an easy job for us. I don't want you to have to pretend that you're pining after, a lover every single time at a bar.
Oh, it's not that hard.
What do you mean it's not that hard? Don't be silly.
Oh. That reminds me, I need to write a letter.
Well, let's down our points and get moving.
Yeah.
These.
Does anybody know any drinking songs?
Who's the bard among us?
Oh, fuck. You know what? I started
you-
writing a stupid song for you lot. And then I had to go to a work meeting and then I forgot about it.
I've had to do more singing and poetry than you so far.
You should have said it was an Alcoholics Anonymous
Like,
meeting.
mistakes were made when I chose my character class. I didn't think you would actually make me sing. Because, funnily enough, the rogues and stuff, they get to be like, oh, I'm just a fighter, I'm good at fighting. It's not like, okay, impale that guy, or like do a backflip. You don't actually have to do it. Whereas, like, it's not just enough for me to be like, yeah, my character can play an instrument. You guys have to be like, play an instrument for us.
Yeah, but we still make Gimbal say the prayers and the last rites.
Anyone
Yeah,
can
I'm
be
still
like,
holding
oh
it.
yes, I
Making God.
worship the, like, fucking...
It takes effort. How dare you? You missed my
A
last
prayer
verse
is
for the
just
tuna.
a
It was
song
fantastic.
with no...
You guys aren't casting
tunes.
spells? What? I'm casting actual real magic. Like,
I physically hide under my desk every time I hide in the game, so
I just stab someone every time, Or chop their
was
head
like,
off.
a solution.
I've
holes
dated
in my
an
wall
orc.
from guiding bolts.
For real.
Millie actually had sex with it all.
Yeah, Millie's prepared to go all the way.
And they're not good, okay?
Hey,
Got
I've
full
done
method.
more than date and all.
I'm mobile.
Oh.
Oh, I
Two
don't
people
I
in
don't
chat.
actually know any drinking songs. It's not even a matter of shyness. Like, I don't know any drinking
You
songs.
can make a drinking song up, man.
Make one up!
Yo,
You can
new
make
year, new
one
me.
up. We love to drink with Tosca.
I have never seen Tosca do a shoe. No, I've never seen Tosca do a shoe.
We're all holding our glasses,
Oh, boy.
awaiting your words. What is our drinking song, Tosca?
Oh no, this is awful.
Nah, what's my drink? I said, nah.
Can Tosca
what?
deflect by just getting blind drunk?
Yes, Queen.
Yeah.
You can truly live out your fantasies.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Yes.
Take this one back to the
Now
next
we're going method. Do I have to roll for that?
No. So Tosca
Yeah.
is asked to perform and looks at you all and just downs their drink in one. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh fuck.
Not gonna lie, a gently shy bard is the greatest character. It's actually brilliant. It's actually fantastic. Gerald
It's
says out loud.
subverting expectations.
Good damn right.
Yeah, right. Like Tosca's like all talk, man. Like
Love it.
Constitution say. Wait, is that just a D20?
Yes.
Okay, 13. Unlucky for some.
I'm trying to remember what it is that my friend said
You
about Tosca.
are very drunk. You don't vomit, but you are intoxicated.
Perfect.
I follow Tosca's lead down my drink as well.
Constitution
I assume-
saving throw.
Now we're talking.
I would like to.
Also 13. Wow.
You're
Ooh.
also very drunk. Not vomiting. You don't think you're gonna vomit anytime soon, but you're a little unsteady on your feet. Being drunk means you have
It's a disadvantage.
disadvantage on all ability checks.
Is that just him, or does that go for me as well?
Are you as well?
You're both drunk.
Can I only have a little bit of my wine because I'm having the tuna, but I also know we have a bit of a mission on our hands, and we kind of need to remember it.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to make a Constitution saving throw. If you're just sipping away nicely, as if you just down it,
Woohoo!
it kind of burns as
Yeah,
you
I'm just
swallow
gonna.
it.
What are we
I'm just
drinking?
gonna drink mine presently.
Oceanus decides
Yeah.
to join his two elf friends and also down his drink. And considering the fact that he's never had any alcohol before in his life, he's going to roll with disadvantage on his Constitution saving throw. Is that okay, DM Battlegod?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. 6.
Oh, he vomits all over the floor.
Oh
Covers
no.
his shoes. He is
Does he wear shoes?
no, his feet.
Oh
Webbed toes.
no.
He's a paralytic drunken mess.
Do we get thrown out?
No, I hope not.
She's dealt with much worse than this.
Sorry,
He
Hannah.
just comes over.
Sort
She just
him out.
comes over.
He's new to land, quite literally.
And he just
And not in the way that you're thinking.
And Hannah Riss just comes over with a mop and bucket, sighing, and just like, and is like mopping up and goes, "There'll be a charge for that. 10 silver pieces, please."
Yes, of course.
I feel like that should come out of Tosca's pocket.
Yeah, I feel like it probably should. Is Tosca in a position to acknowledge that, though?
Yes.
Right. Okay, well.
That's
like a
how
shit.
it used to work.
Okay, yeah.
Pay up for your drinking, buddy.
How much was it?
10 silver pieces, please.
Alright.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's basically a goal.
Thank you. Yeah, it is a gold.
Worth it, though.
And
I feel like I've led Oceanus astray.
She
I've
slammed
remembered
the
how my
glass.
friend describes you. So swagless
that-
is charming.
What was that, Hannah?
She slams a glass of water on the table and like puts it in front of Oceanus. Just drink up and storms off.
Same.
We better get a move on after he drinks some water. And then look at him like, can you drink water?
Whoa.
He gulps it down.
Dies. Just can't drink water.
So, where'd you head off to next?
Do I know? Because I know of the other pubs.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
something.
What do I know? What do I know of them like from like reputation?
I've got the thing up. So you know that the Wicker Goat has sleeping quarters for rent, and is the oldest tavern in the town, and owned by a retired guard, and that's all you know. And then the Empty Net is owned by Krebshenka, where Tosca visited, and it's normally seen as kind of a place for pirates and smugglers to go to.
Okay.
That's all you know.
Oh, let's go there.
Okay. I think we should start. Or our next one should be the. I forgot which way around they are. Which one's the pirate one?
Empty Net.
Empty Net. Let's go to the Wicker Goat. We can probably get into the Empty Net when we're more blasted.
Nice.
They might not let us in.
Of
Do
course.
we want to drop Oceanus back to the boats?
How
Yeah.
how recovered is he?
I don't know.
I don't know. What's his metabolism like?
He's still very, very drunk.
Pathetic.
Well, Tosca, aren't you a little bit tipsy yourself?
Yeah, actually, forget I said anything.
Like, she was,
I
I should have looked after
I just
I would-
remove the
Judge.
shoulder and take him with us.
Mhm.
I would like to swing round by the boat to drop these food supplies off for who.
To the next pub.
Hey,
Yeah.
to the next club.
So
Woo!
in case you,
In that time, you dropped off the stuff at the boat.
Nice. I'm gonna give it to the rest folk.
Tosca is very glad that their plan to deflect worked.
going back to the boat and then making your way up to the
Wicker goat.
the wicker goat. It'll take you about 20 minutes to swing back to the boat, and then an hour to walk up to the wicker goat, maybe 45 minutes.
Mhm. What time is it then?
It
Time to
is
go.
approaching 5 p.m.ish.
We started this pub crawl so early.
Cool.
Who's behind the bar? We walk in, and what can we see?
Okay, so it is as you approach the doors and walk on in, it's a lively and welcoming establishment in this small port town. As you step through the sturdy wooden doors, you're greeted by a warm and inviting interior. The main dining area is a spacious, well-lit room with wooden beams crisscrossing the ceiling. Lanterns and candle sconces hang from the walls, casting a cosy and flickering glow throughout the space. The walls are adorned with nautical-themed decor, including paintings of ships sailing on the stormy seas, fishing nets, and models of various vessels. It's clear that this tavern pays homage to the town's maritime heritage. Long wooden tables and benches fill the room, providing ample seating for patrons. The tables are worn from years of use, and etchings and initials from past visitors can be seen carved into the wood. At one end of the main dining area, there's a raised stage with a worn wooden floor. This is where local musicians and bards often perform, filling the tavern with lively tunes and songs. Now, that's not on this map, but just imagine it's where the fireplace is. The bar is a long, polished mahogany counter that stretches along the wall. Behind it, shelves are lined with bottles of various spirits, ales, and wines. Bar stools line the counter, and it's a common sight to see sailors and townsfolk engaged in animated conversations while enjoying their drinks.
Okay. Should we table them?
Yeah.
One thing to add as well is there's a human man stood kind of here.
It's not like completely empty. There is people in there.
No.
Yeah, this time of night it's like beginning to fill with patrons who have finished the day at the market, and fishermen who are getting prepared to head out onto the sea in the early morning. It's pretty full.
Okay.
Are we-
Can I walk up to the guy then and
Let's grab a
Right.
table.
order a couple of drinks, hopefully?
7.
I'm gonna whisper to Clement, which is hard because I'm short. Are we doing the boat thing?
Yes, we're doing the boat thing.
Oh, okay.
What's up, guys? We got a boat!
Yeah, wow, the boat that is called,
The Sea Ghost.
the Sea Ghost.
I've walked up to the bar, by the way,
Yeah.
Okay.
whilst they're proclaiming the sea ghost.
Such
It's
a
such
big boat.
Such a good big boat. I love how it is.
Now free boat.
Yep. No bugs in the basement now.
Okay,
my
so
least
as you're
favourite
doing that, we'll go over to Clement, who is talking, has gone up to the bar and has kind of approached the bar and sees let me get my notes. Sees kind of a kind of stocky human man with a long salt and pepper beard, and who has kind of like that has like braids that have been adorned in there with various charms and trinkets. He's got quite like a ruddy complexion. He has kind of like quite a hard look, which shows, in the kind of years that he has spent in the army. You don't know this, but this is the description. And he's just wearing kind of like a well-worn apron, which is stained with like various brews that he has, and carries you see like a polished tankard on his belt, where he's always ready to have a drink with his dwellers of the tavern.
Good evening, sir. 7 of your most average priced drinks, I suppose?
Of course. Sorry, I've got a sweet in my mouth. One second.
Sorry, I hit the wrong time.
Hello. Yeah, of course I can get you something. We've got our signature ale. It's known as the Wicker's Reserve. Would you like to try some of that? It's a favourite among our other patrons.
Have a look around and see. Hopefully, is anybody drinking the drink?
Make a
I'll take
perception
some.
check.
Perception, yeah, okay.
Are you with her, Kimball?
16
Yes.
plus. That's not the right one. 16 plus 2, 18.
Glancing around, you do see this particular ale is in the hands of several patrons.
Yeah, why not? We'll go for it.
Oh, fantastic! I'll just pour those for you. What brings you to my fine establishment?
Oh,
Pouring.
We've docked up with our boat, the Sea Ghost. It's yeah, she's a new ship that we've recently acquired, and yeah, my crew are eager to explore the town, shall we say? And we saw your pub and thought, why not? A drink's always good.
Oh, there you go. It's a bit spooky. Nice name.
Yes, yeah. I have a feeling it's slightly haunted by its past, but the fine tradition that you don't change the boat's name, we've kept it. I give it a
That's
nickname.
very
though.
brave of you. We it's I wouldn't be surprised if it was haunted, considering that haunted house that we've got in the town. And I've heard many a story about the haunted house. It's a bit spooky.
the
I
one on
would
the
dare
hill?
go near it.
Yeah, do you want to? What story have you heard?
Oh, I've just heard that there's a lot of ghosts and vampires, and the vampire. I've heard it's very scary. The poacher's a regular in here, and he talks about it. Waffling on as he does. But honestly, it's absolutely. It sounds terrifying, and I'm just happy to be serving my lovely Wicker's Reserve, which I've now poured for you here. Here you go. That'll be 3 silver pieces each. So that's 21 silver pieces.
Yeah,
Or 2 gold pieces and 1 silver piece.
Okay, I hand over 2 gold and silver, and I'm gonna get the others to pay me back in a minute.
No.
What was that? Was it 2 gold?
Everyone remove 3 silver pieces, because Clement will get you to pay her back.
You will pay me back.
Will.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
You can try.
No, I just wanted to know why you have your own ale. That seems to be an interesting choice for around here.
Yeah, well, we love an ale around here. Ales and meads. Lots of the folk of Saltmarsh. I mean, we don't typically see a lot of pirates come through this establishment, but I know a lot of people in Saltmarsh, and I love listening to their stories and giving them one of my old brewed meads.
Yeah.
I inherited this tavern from my family, you see.
Oh.
we journeyed here. Various descendants journeyed here to Saltmarsh, and it's basically it's a funny name. It's a funny name, and by the way, he's this the guy you're talking to. He's someone that you ask him one question, and he just goes on and on and on. Yeah, it's about this legendary goat, right? That once saved I think it was my great granddad from a perilous journey. Got him here to Saltmarsh, so I had to obviously call it the Wicker Goat. We obviously had to call it that. But yeah, I'm a master brewer. I'm an innkeeper. We've got our exceptional ales, and if you fancy any food, we've got a hearty stew. It's a mackerel stew. It's a bit weird, I know, but it's tasty. And if you fancy a sing song, we have got a stage. We love hearing local musicians play.
Oh, yeah. I think I know just the person who'd really love to get up on stage and have a sing song. I look over at Tosca.
I am blissfully unaware at this point. I'm just vibing.
I might be able to persuade her for you if you fancy her. So hopefully she'll fancy a song and still.
She's up for it. We don't want to force people, I remember one day when my granddad, he was forced to sing, and he ended up besmirching his pants. It was an awful sight, and I don't want that sort of thing to happen in my establishment, especially around dinner time. People are eating the stew. We don't want anyone to piss themselves.
Yeah, I could imagine Tosca doing that.
As the rest of you are sat round your tables shouting out about the sea ghost, you see a couple of people glancing your way. The one guy, very well-worn sailor-looking man, kind of lets out like a scoff, rolls his eyes, and goes back to his drink. It seems that boasting about your boat in a town full of boaters is not that impressive, and it kind of makes you look like rookies, outsiders, newbies.
Yeah.
People are
walking back to the boat. We're walking back to the boat. Walking back to the table with the drinks, hopefully by now.
Yeah.
I think
As
you
you
guys.
do.
long time.
Thank you for your patronage.
I think you guys might have got the point across.
Huh? Goodness, you took a long time.
Yeah, I met someone who talks more than you lot.
Oh.
Well, all
I
of
don't
us
know about that.
together, or
Maybe a few
individually?
of you more. Start drinking our ale.
Do we think it's this guy?
No. Unless he wants to be Mrs. Snuggly Pants. No. I didn't ask if he had a wife.
We've all been there.
I didn't see a
Do
ring.
you need me to do my
Or
thing
don't-
again?
Or I don't think I saw a ring. Did I? When I was staring at everybody's glasses?
Roll a perception check.
I mean, he seems lonely.
14? I noticed his beautiful braids earlier.
You do recall seeing a ring on his wedding finger. A very old, worn ring.
Is he an old worn person?
Unless
He's
his
a retired guard.
wife. Yeah.
Ah,
Unless his wife got let's say politely put to sleep by his stories, then and looking for additional excitement, don't think it's our chap.
I was going to say we can't, discount on account of dead spouses. One might want company after one's spouse dies. I know that's happened a few times in where I'm from.
Well, we've shouted about the boat enough. I think the quicker we drink up and get out of here, this brewery, for the best.
Oh, you know,
But I mean, in the meantime,
speaking of,
there was a request for a song. If they don't poop their pants.
Here,
I was
here.
really kind of you to bring us these drinks. I'm gonna down it.
Is that another check out here from the DM?
Roach does the same. Because he has no idea what anyone is saying and just sees Tosca drinks and decides to do the same.
Oh god.
It's not another constitution.
I feel really bad for him.
But
Please stop.
I have made a note of it.
Oh.
A what?
It's not a constitution saving throw, but I have made a note that you've downed your drink.
Okay. Anybody else want to chip in?
No, I'm just happily sipping my drink.
Mm.
Gerald's been suspiciously quiet.
Yeah, boy, Gerald is slightly asleep. He's very awake. He's skipping in the corner.
While this is happening,
Surreptitiously
Tosca-
short resting.
Tosca is. Oh,
No, go Tosca.
sorry. I was gonna say, Tosca keeps asking Oceanus if he could talk to the lobster wine.
Oh.
Oh no!
Ouch.
Oh no!
I don't think he knew that it was lobster wine. He already seemed quite upset that we were eating fish.
He may not ever eat or drink again at this rate.
I didn't think it was made from lobster blood.
I thought it was just called lobster wine.
I thought
Oh,
they
is
just put
it?
lobsters
I
in it.
assume
Like,
it's
you know,
in
they
lobster.
bathed it.
Drunk.
the lobsters in it.
Tosca is being a little bit silly here, so I hope that I haven't just gravely offended my offended my dear friend Oceanus.
You are drunk, oh my god.
Yeah, getting too into character here. Offended.
Going to method.
Well, if we've look at Tosca, downed our drinks, should we head to the next premise?
I want Oceanus to react.
Oh.
What are you saying to Oceanus?
I just want to know how he'd react. I like Tosca's like being a bit daft and be like, "Oh, could you talk to the lobster wine?" and just still obsessing about the fact that he can talk to fish, really, or other marine life.
One sec.
Sorry, I missed all of that.
I was gonna say, I saw you go on like headset mute, and I was like, I don't know if Amy's there.
I was not.
Tosca asked Oceanus
It's a very awkward
if
stretch
he
of
could-
silence.
What if the
Tosca asked
destination is
Oceanus
now
if he
included?
could
Embrace an
talk to the
authentic
lobster wine.
luxury experience in the Canary Islands. Destination inclusive
No,
luxury resorts.
I can't.
Rizzgizzards.com.
I didn't even know it was lobster wine, and I can only talk to animate objects like physical things, and it was a liquid.
Tosca's trying to think of a very fluid animal to test that theory.
Jellyfish? Quite.
Yes.
Not the most
What
solid.
about a jellyfish?
Is DM Ginge still here?
I don't know.
Hmm.
It's quiet.
Oh.
You might have to turn the sound bar up.
It's really cute music. Sorry, shouting that.
So you said a jellyfish?
Yeah,
I mean, well, there's not a jellyfish here.
but hypothetically speaking,
I can speak Aquan, so I can talk to, people who speak that language.
do fish
I can
talk
communicate
Aquan?
with people. I can communicate with sea creatures with like sounds and symbols, like I did to Himbo earlier today, as you saw. But I can't like talk to them.
Wait, but I thought you could talk to fish. This is like a whole thing.
You assumed I could talk to fish. You didn't ask me if I could.
I feel like you
when you
mentioned at some
assume-
point being able to talk
When
to
you
fish.
assume, you make an arse out of you and me, Tosca. He says more like slurring and like pointing.
I thought, okay, hang on. Firstly, I think Oceanus is also quite drunk. And secondly, I swear this did not come entirely from me. I'm sure at some point it was mentioned that Oceanus could talk to fish, and this blew Tosca's tiny mind. And yeah. Is it just me? Does no one else remember this?
No, I thought you could talk to fish out of
Communicate
character.
with
I also
you
thought
could-
he
him,
talked
but-
to fish.
Thank
I
you.
said I can communicate with him, but I don't have chats with him. I don't just go, all right, how's your day going?
I gently influence rather than talk.
So
Yeah.
you can't like. So what kind of like what's the most high order concept that you could communicate to a fish?
I literally just said to you, I can do sounds and I can do symbols with my hands, and that's it, really.
We should follow this symbol, and I point to the door, and then I leave.
I'm still very hung up on the fish thing.
So whilst you and
I've been talking about, so I just
Oceanus
follow. I'm like, oh, we're growing now. Okay.
are rambling on about fish, steadily people are leaving from the table around you.
And Oceanus just gets up with them.
Oh, I feel like I've alienated my buddy.
I lead the way to the next pub, the Empty Net.
Aaron, what did
Hello.
you say this next pub was like again? Like,
It's like a rougher one.
maybe we
I-
shouldn't go in boasting about the boat. Maybe a bit
Maybe
more
we boast about it quietly,
But
and
I
let the
thought the
rumours
point-
spread.
Yeah.
Out of character for a second, because I feel like Tosca does not have the capacity to discuss this, but like I thought the point was that we brag and then it attracts people's attention, and even if they come with ill intent, it's like, oh, we're prepared.
Yeah, but it's
Like, isn't it good to make them think that like we're, you know, entirely useless?
without trying. I feel free to call us out, Dungeon Masters. I don't want to meta game, but it's like
Yeah, exactly.
essentially what we would be in theory trying to do is the people in this bar are different from the other bar, so we know that we're going into a rougher bar, therefore you don't want to be doing the exact same thing we just did in the nice gentle bar. I'm trying to say this without somebody else jump in. I'm trying to explain it without trying to break
Yeah, we
rules
just-
here.
We wanna be more
I'm gonna.
careful.
Are we outside the bar?
Well, currently we're talking outside game right now, but without trying to metagame.
Let's go
Think
to the bar.
about
We'll work out.
As the
Amy,
DM,
go for it.
I was gonna say, as the DM, do what your character would do in this situation. Like as Clement has just said, I think we should lay off this. And Elrin's been like, yeah, I think so, because it seems like it's a bit rough here. If you don't know what they mean by that, as in your character, you can ask them like, what do you mean? Why is it rough? I know you said that Tosca wouldn't in this situation know, so then you just don't know.
I mean,
If that makes sense.
Tosca has
I get
been
why
to
you're
this
questioning
bar.
it. Yeah, I was gonna say you've been to this tavern.
Are we outside the town?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
put
right.
you there for now, yeah.
Can we like hear us?
So we are.
Is it noisy in there?
Noisy.
Can is it noisy? Can we hear the patrons from the outside?
Yes, yeah, you can hear a few grisly voices shouting, one kind of muffled voice. You can't make out what they're saying, but you can hear raised voices, not raised in aggression, just that's how people talk. Very quietly there is, you can hear the faint sounds of music playing. But looking at this, it's a rickety bar that's held up on stilts over the ocean. It's not well kept, you know, considering that you've just come from the oldest bar in Saltmarsh, the oldest tavern in Saltmarsh. That is far nicer and far better kept than this. This looks like it built with driftwood and held together with hopes and dreams.
So you say this is a rough bar, then, yes? People are rougher here.
It attracts a rougher crowd. People who
Is
may
it
not
more
always
like
follow the
the
law.
I want to
more
walk
like
in.
the clientele that I would be more associated with?
Elrin's being classist.
Don't know how to
At
respond
this point,
to
I've
that.
already walked in. So
Yeah, I was gonna say,
You don't have to
Yeah.
respond to it at all. Toss.
So
I walk straight up to the bar.
walking in, you see a dimly lit, cramped space, low, rotting wooden beams sag overhead. The air is thick with the smell of stale ale and sweat. A few flickering lanterns struggle to pierce the shadows, casting eerie, dancing shadows on the rough-hewn walls. The walls are adorned with tatty and mouldy fishing nets, cracked seashells, and rusted anchors. Instead of serene seaside landscapes, faded wanted posters and ominous messages from long-gone patrons have been scratched into the wood. Broken and rickety wooden tables and chairs are scattered throughout the room, some with wobbly legs and others with questionable stability. The tabletops are stained with spilled drinks and dubious stains. An old, rusty fireplace in one corner is long extinguished, and a broken and splintered wooden beam serves as the tavern's centrepiece. The bar is a grimy and worn counter that looks like it's seen better days. A clutter of mismatched glassware, chipped bottles, and unwashed mugs clutter the shelves behind it. A surly bartender stands behind the bar, eyeing patrons with suspicion. The drinks served here are known to be strong, but the bartender's demeanour suggests that he's not one to be trifled with. The bar stools are rickety, some missing backs or with torn upholstery, are occupied by a roughed crowd, grumbling and eyeing newcomers with suspicion. The overall atmosphere of the Empty Net Tavern is one of seediness, distrust, and a dark underbelly. The air is thick with the sense that trouble could break out at any moment, and patrons keep one eye on their drinks and the other on their fellow drinkers.
Oh, guys,
Right.
this reminds me of home.
Shall we go to the bar?
Yeah.
Yep.
strangely enough, this reminds me of home too. Like a family gathering in here. Everyone's so on guard.
I'm gonna ask the bartender.
Have I ever been here before, like, as my character? Like, would I have been? I assume so in my travel.
You make a history check for me.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
You've not been here before, but just let me know what you roll on history.
Okay, that's gonna be an interesting one. 20.
Yeah.
Not a nat, because I rolled a 16 plus 4. So.
You've not been here before, but you have heard of it. It is the cheapest place to get a drink in Saltmarsh. It's not got a very good reputation, and you, coming from your background that you do, would prefer to treat yourself to more of the finer things in life than coming somewhere as destitute as this. And that's not to say you look down your nose on it, it's just you
it's better.
you feel you can afford and deserve better than what they can offer here. Adam, what were you
My
going to
father
say?
wouldn't have let me here.
Gimbal?
It's alright.
You sure?
No, you were going to ask the bar guy something.
The moment's passed, don't worry about it.
It's never passed. Go for it.
What are you going to ask if he wants to leave it?
He was gonna offer to sing.
A duet with
honestly.
Oscar.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just
Okay.
yeah, never mind.
Then I will say
Clem
to the
wasn't
barkeep.
talking. Clem wasn't talking, so it was just understanding the bar.
Yeah.
So no one's spoken to the person at the bar. You all just stood there.
Yeah,
Can I
Alex.
have a rum, please? On the rocks. I'm trying to order a piratey drink.
second that motion without rock.
No
I
rock.
don't want literal rocks.
Somebody
I
said rock.
stare at him like you don't want. Like I
You're
stare at
diluting
Elrin.
your rum, man.
I stare at Elrin and I'm like going, you don't want ice in this drink. It is not gonna be ice. Like,
I've said what I said. Now I'll find out what comes.
I'm
That's not what I
gonna
said.
yeah.
I'm gonna
I'll
poke my
deal with
nose
you.
over the countertop because I'm short, and I'm gonna say, "Hello there, good sir. Good evening to you. We've just come off our ship, the Sea Ghost, and we are very thirsty. I'm very hungry. Do you have any food?"
You're very. You said hello. So I've got 2 rums, and what was it you wanted? Weird thing.
I'm Erdis Hillbottom with the Hillbottoms, the West Plains-shire. And I would like some food, please. What food do you have?
We've got some crab. I've got some leftover oatmeal from this morning. And a cold gazpacho style thing as well. We served this morning. We're just reusing.
Could I try the gazpacho, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. And I shall have a rum as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's 3-1.
And a pint of
Also,
rum for me, please.
Sorry, what?
And a pint of rum for me, please.
A pint? Alright, no, a pint of rum before.
I'm like just
kinda
sit
mutters
there
to
like head in hands like
This is going to be good.
This is a beautiful
Alright, then.
establishment. You've got very rustic.
So what did you say your boat was called? You said the Sea Ghost. It sounds familiar.
Yes, the
I
Sea
didn't know
Ghost.
it's come underneath.
Oh,
They weren't-
yes, very recently.
They weren't keen
How-
to give it
how
up.
recently?
Let's say that.
Today perhaps.
I think it may have been
Today?
yesterday. It was very
Yeah,
close.
a lot's happened recently.
Yeah, who knows?
Do you know? So you're the new hands in the last day. You said.
Yeah, we're just the crew, me and Ellis and the others.
Yes, I'm a surgeon now. My
I'm
mother would be so
navigator.
proud.
I'm a bosun.
You're
I
a
offer moral
bosun.
support.
Quite short for a bosun.
Oh, I used to be captain. I wasn't short enough for that. I mean, I was short enough for that. I mean, I wasn't too short for that. You know what? I'll have another mead. And another
See,
pint of
You're
rum.
short to ride.
And a pint of rum, alright. And who's your captain, little bosun man?
That would be Clement.
I just stare at the guy.
Are you pointing at someone? Who's Clement?
That's a great question. There are currently 2 Clements. I say I'm absolutely swaying. They're both over there.
Oh, so
I don't know which one you want.
Oh, it's you. You're the new captain, and he looks his eyes at you.
I'm just staring back at him.
Make
Dead
an insight check.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Can we also do it, or is it just a Clement thing?
Just a Clement thing.
I guess we're all too plastered to help at this point anyway.
Oh, 14.
He's looking at you with a sense of confusion. He seems. I mean, he said he seems familiar with the Sea Ghost, and he's confused.
I'm not going to help. I'm going to say, do you perhaps know of anyone who is forlorn about a lover at sea?
Well, I mean, you're in a tavern full of pirates, miss. there's going to be a lot of lovers fallen at sea here. You know.
Are you one of them?
Would you like to be?
I'm asking, you see, because I very much miss someone and I would like to chat.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that you look like a lovely gentleman who wishes to share love with someone, but potentially that someone also loves the sea.
Well, I know a lot of people that love the sea, so I could have a lot of fun nights with many people. I don't know what you're trying to suggest, young lady. You come into my establishment, and I hand you a nice rum, and you're interrogating me in my own pub.
Oh, no, sir, never interrogate, just trying to converse. You see, I am very lovelorn myself.
I don't know why I'm feeling like you want to share this with me, though. I can't empathise with you, I'm afraid.
Have you not had a drink and just thought, let's pour my heart out to a stranger?
Oh, you know, this the third establishment that I drank at in the last few hours, or I don't even know how often.
Well,
and
it must be they must be used to folk like you. I'm not, and where's the old captain of the Sea Ghost?
Oh, who knows now?
Those underwater currents are so unpredictable.
So he kind of says, he says, oh, well, here's your drinks. I'm just gonna go check on the barrels and get your, what was it called, the gazpacho cod soup thing that I definitely have prepared in the back.
Thank you very much, good sir. I'm sorry to bother you.
And he walks off, and you so Elrin, he walks off, and you're kind of still stood by the bar, and with your passive perception, you hear like the faint sounds of someone going.
I think someone is crying in a back room. I think we found our man.
No.
Man. Yeah, he seems real sad about it. Did we do a bad thing?
I hope I didn't annoy him to the point of tears.
I don't think you annoyed him.
What were we meant to do when we found the person? I actually don't remember that bit.
I feel like I need to
remember
comfort
we
him.
needed to find them. But what was the next step?
That was all we got instructed by the town council.
Do we just tell them who it was?
Well, that's up to our discretion.
Yeah.
Job done. Let's celebrate.
I want to knock on the door that he's just gone to.
It is behind the bar, so you want to go behind the bar.
Can I reach over the bar and take a bottle of rum?
No.
He's gone.
Make a sleight of hand check. There are a lot of people in this tavern.
Yeah, but how many?
Did we just pick the funeral?
There's
17.
Okay, stood off by one corner of the bar, a human man, definitely makes note of what you're doing, and reaches over and takes his own bottle.
Ah, okay. I thought he was going to be like, how dare you? So I was about to put a gold piece on the bar, but he took his own, so it's fine. Excellent. I raise it as a cheers thing, and then I turn back to the group, and I top people up.
Wait.
I do not top Tosca's pint up.
Hey!
I think you've got enough rum
Make
there.
a note of this.
You've still. I assume you've got a lot left. But a pint of rum is so much rum.
Well, you would think.
Where's the door that he went through?
Next to
Assume
them
it's the
barrels.
I was going to say next to the barrels, isn't it?
He's
So-
making your dodgy gazpacho soup, which
No, he's not.
definitely
He's
doesn't
crying.
exist.
It's definitely gonna have tears in.
I need to make sure he's okay.
So as you're pouring the rum, Crab comes back out and kind of
That's good.
realizes he hasn't taken his and is like that'll be oh, do you know what, sod it, it's on the house. I'm really sorry, I might have to close early tonight, so if you could just drink your drinks and leave, that'll be amazing.
Oh, my lovely, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
No, I can tell that you're lying. Look at your face. Don't tell Erdis all about it.
I start to usher the others away,
Mhm.
I think it's time for us to not give him an audience, hoping that Ellis can
Work her magic.
Let's
Yeah.
make a persuasion check.
Oh, God. Persuasion. I always lose by the bloody modifier. That is a 21.
Okay, so can you say what you said before?
Oh God! I said, oh, you know, I can tell you're lying. Look at your face. You know, tell Iris all about it.
Well, I don't really know where to start.
Oh.
So, you know how Saltmarsh is all about smuggling and piracy. I got myself entangled with it. I met, the old captain of the Sea Ghost, Captain Snake Eyes. And
Yes.
he was just so captivating. He was charismatic, and he just had this audacity about him. And I liked how he was daring and kind of exploited the high seas, and was really cunning with his smuggling ring. And it was just helping him, communicate with the people on the land, pass messages. But day working together, that I just felt like we formed a deeper connection. He secretly had such a complex and passionate heart, and he just yearned for adventure in every harbour. And I have the same dreams. And they, he was just our love for each other was silent. It was hidden and secret, but there was a smouldering fire burning between us, and we just longed for each other when we were apart. And it's just, one night we were just going over some of the maps and the paperwork of all the smuggling stuff, and we were sailing, beneath the moon and the stars on the little boat he had on his boat, bigger boat. And one thing led to another, and we just shared the most beautiful kiss, and it just ignited so much flames of passion. And I don't know what to do. You said that the tides took him, and we were bound in both crime and love, and now we're just not anymore. And I used to be such a slag. I can't keep this up.
Solid F.
That's okay.
I used to be such a slag. With every man, woman, halfling, orc. I had syphilis 3 times last year. Do you know what that does to a man? And Snake Eyes changed that all for me.
Wow. Aside from that last little bit, that was beautiful. I'm so sorry. I'm heartbroken for you. Here, and I'm gonna reach into my pack. And I am going to give him my pint of honey. And I'm gonna say to him, nothing can make that ache sting any less for you. Especially right now. But I hope that something a little bit sweet, which can be hard to find in a town like this. Even just a single crumb of, if not happiness, but just lighten the load a little bit. I find something sweet always helps me when I'm upset. And I truly do. Oh, yeah.
You go.
I was gonna say, I truly do mourn for you. I have recently come to feel, similar things. We haven't quite had the time that you two had, but I would hate for that to suddenly be gone.
And he takes the honey. He takes the honey and he kind of looks at you and says, "Him, really? And he told me next time he saw me, he would stay with me, and now he's dead, and please don't tell anyone about my connection, please, I beg." And he looks at the honey and just starts bawling, he used the last honey on his toes.
Alice
Can
doesn't laugh, Millie
I hear
does.
any of this?
Huh?
Can the rest of us hear this?
No.
I mean, you hear him crying. You don't hear the details of the conversation.
Okay, good, because Tosca would not be keeping it together.
Can I? Sorry, go on.
You go.
I'm just gonna approach based on the crying and just place my hand on his shoulder and say, "Listen, chum, I know we don't know each other, but if you ever need to talk to someone, anytime, day or night, Procan is there," and I'm gonna slide a leaflet
So
across the bar.
predatory.
And he takes it from you and blows his nose into it.
God damn.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Gonna
Thank
angrily
you.
finish my pint and just slam it on the bar and walk away.
And but Fred pockets it. He pockets it in his jacket. He keeps it with him. So who knows?
That's something at least.
Okay. Alice is feeling very torn of, wanting to follow her natural instincts and help this person by not saying anything, but also knowing that she needs to let her teammates know. So she's looking a little bit constipated. Okay. Can I really tell no one? It's good to let get emotions off your chest. I could.
No, you cannot tell anyone. You
Oh,
know
gosh.
what they'll do to people. If you know what the town council will do to someone like me, I'll be hanged by door. You can't
Oh my
tell
gosh, you're
anyone.
absolutely right.
You cannot
Oh,
tell
no.
anyone.
Oh no! No, gosh. Oh dear, oh no. I shan't mention your name. I shan't.
Thank you. If I know you're with a group of friends, they're probably looking at me, this big burly man, just crying. Just tell them I've got syphilis or something. Just tell them I've got syphilis. It's fine.
Okay, I'll tell them.
Just tell them that. Don't tell them it was me, please. I'll be
Okay.
hanged.
Okay. I promise. I will mention your name. I'll tell them that you got syphilis.
Thank you so much. And you
Okay.
he kind of goes, oh, thank you so much for being a shoulder to cry on. I really appreciate it. And he kind of wipes away the tears and stands up and goes, and then looks around as if to forgot he was in the middle of his pub and says, right, everyone out. You've all finished your drinks. Sup up. And get out. I'm closing in 10 minutes.
I leave as soon as he says that with my rum bottle, slightly tucked under my jacket coat, inside my jacket.
You're out.
Yeah, I join the rest.
I'm joining them here. are you all going outside, or because you got 10 minutes?
Yeah. Gonna walk outside.
Cool. So everyone other than Airless has just seen Airless comfort Kreb, and then he's been crying, and then he's just chucked you out.
What did you do to him?
He has syphilis.
Make a deception.
You gave
check.
him syphilis.
No, I don't know who gave him syphilis.
That's the best delivery ever.
Oh fuck! That was a 2, but I have inspiration.
Is it?
Wait, what do I do for inspiration?
Roll an additional d6.
The 2. Fuck, that's a 4.
You guys know she's full of shit, man.
Wait, about him having syphilis or her not giving him syphilis?
About him having syphilis.
Okay.
He told me to tell you he has syphilis.
Well, why would he tell us that he has syphilis?
I don't know the ways of men.
Is she telling the truth this
Tell
time?
She's like lying. Like she is just panicking. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Well, like, by my drunk reasoning, he wouldn't tell you to tell us that he had syphilis unless he had something much worse than syphilis.
You're right, he has boot rot.
Is that worse than syphilis?
Have you ever had boot rot?
That's a very good point. I have not had
If I
boot
had,
rot.
I don't know that I would admit to it if it was that much worse than syphilis.
My friend, he and he nearly lost his toes. It's an awfully shameful thing, you know, because it's so shameful. You need to like look after your toes when you're, you know, a farmer or working in a dank tavern. You know, it speaks of poor practice. Very, very, yes, shameful. You know, to be doing a job poorly like that.
Anyway, he started crying when we said that guy was dead. I think he was the lover. So we should go tell the town council.
Oh no, but they would
I knew
kill
he
him.
was gay.
But if it was him, they would kill him, and he's just a man. You know, he's
Wait,
a
why would they kill him?
Well, you saw what they did to the others involved with the smugglers. They just killed them straight away when we had them in. They questioned them and then they murdered them. I'm not
They
really
have-
liking this town.
They have committed crimes. And if you get caught doing crimes, then you should be punished. So clearly,
The pirate did crimes. He did.
Says the murderer.
I've not been caught for my crimes.
He
No,
didn't
there's this guy
smuggle-
yet.
Yeah, he didn't even do this. You know, if it was him, he would have just been like, you know, doing land things. The pirates are the smugglers, and they're all dead. So
Except the ones we let go to go worship
they had a family.
thingy. I can't remember the name of the god, I'm sorry.
Procan, we hear it enough.
I don't particularly like the council folk, but like, we've got to tell them something.
I guess we could interrogate the guy for them, and then we can just give them the information, and we don't murder him afterwards.
I was going to say, like, you know, they already enslave lizard folk and things. You know, they're not the nicest. They're not the nicest to people who aren't their own kind. But you know, they're still not nice to people who are their kind.
So, should we vote? Like, tell council or not tell council?
Fuck the council.
I vote no. Exactly. Don't tell the council.
Anyone else has strong feelings?
You're not gonna bet me either way.
Let's not tell.
I'll tell him. Okay,
Not tell them.
so that's 3 people saying not, tell them. I'm easy both ways. If we can give them the information, then I think we've done our job.
Yeah, that's all we need to do. We don't need to say who.
Yeah,
Just say.
What if they demand it from us?
we tell them to get fucked.
Can't demand something we don't know.
Yep, I don't know his name.
His name's Crab.
See, now I've got no deniability. Ellis, you're so bad at this.
Ellis.
I didn't know that. I thought we need to know his name. When we bought things off him, did he not say hello? My name's Crab.
No.
No.
Oh, do I know his name then?
So
Tosca knew his name.
Oh, then I don't know his name. So that didn't count. Metagaming, nuh-uh.
Alright,
So we don't know his name.
I have a plan.
I still do know his name.
I have a plan. We wait like 20 minutes. I checked my watch in real life, I don't know why. Then we break in and we like interrogate him. Be like, tell us the information about the smuggling ring and we'll let you live.
I don't
And
know
then
if I
he
could
tells
be a part
us-
of that.
I'll stand outside, be a lookout or something. I don't know. This isn't a very good plan. I'll admit this now. Among friends. Is that what we're gonna do?
I don't like it.
So whilst you all deliberate the morality of personally interrogating or potentially handing somebody over to be interrogated and what the fuck is that? Interrogated and potentially hanged for partaking in a smuggling ring, we will end our session there.
Oh.
So keep in mind what you have planned and where you are currently, and say goodbye to the stream.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.